Hello friends, my tummy rumbled as soon as I started the reading. That's great, isn't it? Hi friends, and welcome back to my channel. I've been guided to do a reading today. The readings that you've seen this week, the star sign readings, they all were recorded last week. And so when I haven't done a reading for a few days, I start to get bombarded with intuitive messages. And it's like I have to do a reading to kind of get them out and have peace of mind. So I'm going to run through kind of just random intuitive messages that I've been getting. It may mean something to some of you, it may not. But I'm just going to get it out there so it's out of my brain. And then we're actually going to go ahead and do a personal reading. Now, I'm going to mix things up a little bit. I may break away from doing like the star sign readings and just do readings and kind of go with the flow as and when the messages start to come through. So the tummy, please, I'm trying to speak. I'm so sorry, guys. So I am getting stuff there about the second chakra quite a lot, which is to do with like confidence and desire and things like this. So just be aware of that could be a factor. So yeah, I'm going to actually do, instead of doing collective star sign readings, today's reading is going to be a personal message. The catch being, I don't know who it's going to be for. So is it going to be your message? I don't know. I'm going to use kind of like clarifiers, so you'll get an idea whether it's going to be your message or not, but we'll get to that in kind of like part 2 of this video. So what I'm going to go through now is just intuitive messages, and again, may mean something, may not. Okay, so and this is going to be completely separate from the personal reading, so this could be for anyone basically. So Raindrops by, I think it's 311, the band. I'll put all the songs in the description box down below. You're Not Alone by Olive. One Night Stand by Enrique Iglesias. Something about I was getting this kind of storyline about maybe people who used to be together or used to be dating and kind of like it kind of tailed off, or like they stopped talking, or even like they weren't dating but they were interested in each other and then they kind of stopped talking. It's kind of like this, oh, are we on, are we off, like what happened, I still like you, like kind of like void energy, or this kind of like purgatory energy of a relationship. So if that sounds like you, especially, and I feel like I'm talking to the guy in the relationship, I feel like it's a guy and a girl, doesn't have to be, switch it around and reverse it if needs be, but it seems to be coming through from the guy's perspective, and it seems like the girl could be a Sagittarius or have Sagittarius in the chart, and they could be either called Britney or have some kind of association with Britney Spears. So maybe you went to see a Britney concert with this person, maybe, I don't know, you sang Britney songs on karaoke. Britney seems to be a thing. But then I'm getting this thing about, it's like wanting to go on vacation with this person or wanting to kind of like whisk them away, and some confusion about where the girl wants to go, because it's like she wants to go out, she wants to have fun, and like the Britney song that came through says she doesn't want to go to New York and she doesn't want to go to LA, which is really interesting because I've been getting New York a lot. Like they're going New York, New York now. So there's something going on with New York, but it seems to be confusing someone. It's like the girl doesn't want to go to New York. I want to go to New York. The girl doesn't want to go to New York. She wants to go on a Roman holiday, because I asked where does she want to go, and I got the answer Roman holiday by Halsey, which is unbelievable, right? That they should give me the exact, like something that's such an exact answer. So where does she want to go in the world? And they gave me like literally randomized a song. It was Roman holiday, right? So yeah, Britney's a Sagittarius, I think. Halsey's a Libra. Last night, as I was kind of like falling asleep, I heard so loudly, like it was in the room with me, a clown whistle. So you know clown whistles, like they're kind of like a long whistle and you pull out the end and it kind of goes whoop, like it makes that kind of noise. Heard it so loudly and so specifically, and it like is one of those where it really sounded like it was in my right ear, and I kind of like woke up. It's like, why is there a clown whistle? I'm also getting this other storyline. Again, these could be connected for one person. It could be like different messages for different people. I had this vision of somebody who is, I feel like they were in a kitchen, kind of, it was like they were going around the edge of a counter, and the floor was like, I feel like tile or wood. It was like a smooth floor, and they had like the toes up and they were walking backwards like this. And I was like, what are they doing? Why would they? It was such an odd behavior. And it was like they were putting flour down on the floor. And then I was trying to understand. I was like, what am I seeing here? This is such an unusual vision to have. Like, what am I being shown? And then I had a flash up of if you've seen the movie with, I think she called Elizabeth Shue, called The Invisible Man. There's like literally her ex-boyfriend is like wearing a suit that makes them invisible, and you know, like it's like a ghost, right? And she does at one point, she kind of puts all this stuff all over the floor and sits in the corner of the room, so it's like if he walks she'll see the footprints. And it was like I had this, I think what they were telling me, again, I don't fully understand the message, I literally get shown stuff and it's like I then have to kind of put some meaning to it. But it kind of gave me the impression of somebody who was like they thought that there was like a ghost in the house, or like it's like this feeling of like there's, you know, there's another presence here, and thinking, right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put flour down on the floor, and then like in the morning if I come downstairs and there's footprints, then I know somebody's been in the house, you know, like that kind of thinking. So I don't know if somebody's a bit paranoid, or if it's like maybe they just watched The Invisible Man, or I don't know what it is, but it's almost like I need to reassure myself that there's nothing that, like, I need to do this so that I can reassure myself that there's nothing kind of, you know, there's nothing here. I don't know. So I don't know, maybe somebody thinks they've got a poltergeist or something. I don't know. Again, I don't want to scare anyone, right? I don't want to scare anyone. I'm not saying anyone has a poltergeist. I'm saying it's like somebody's trying to check that they don't have one or something like that. Okay. Airplanes, somebody could be flying somewhere. Again, they have this thing about somebody wanting to get whisked away to a place, but aeroplanes is coming through really strongly. I had a dream about an airport, baggage, luggage, checking your luggage in, and possibly children, like, and taking children or finding a child in an airport, something like that. That's those messages. And then I've been getting these messages about, or this feeling, right? And it's not necessarily my feeling, but it's an intuitive message that's coming through about what is reality. Like, what does the word reality mean? I actually Googled reality the other day. Like, what does reality mean? Like, what is the actual definition of what reality is? And this, basically, reality means like something that is experienced, right? Like something that is actually physically experienced. You engage with it through your senses, so touch, smell, taste, hearing, and all these kinds of things. So basically the message that I was getting, and again, roll with it or leave it, was like, if you put VR on, like virtual reality, it's not fake, it is, right, it is literally a virtual reality. It is reality. You are really experiencing hearing these sounds. You are really experiencing seeing the images. You are really experiencing the vibrations as you interact with objects. So it is your reality. It's just a different form of reality that you're engaging, like a virtual reality, than the physical reality. So basically, just this thing about, you know, even with those visions that I was having that I talk about this week about the forest. Oh, sorry, I'm so disgusting with my rumbly tummy and spitting. So yeah, the forest, like, and the like the roots, like the whole roots of the trees, like the whole land falling down and almost like falling away, and there being this void space underneath, and then these trees uprooting and going somewhere else, like that whole thing. One of the readings has something about, and I can't remember which reading it is, but they had this thing about like almost like an ego death, or like I know Tower of Babel was coming out in the last set of readings. It was like somebody's whole like understanding of the world that they were living in, or understanding of their environment, had completely crumbled. So it was almost like one of those moments where you know, you've believed in a certain government, like a certain government structure or political institution or religion for your entire life, never questioned it. It's like what you were raised with, you know, you just took it at face value. And then this person kind of having this reality shift where it's like something, like a new piece of information coming in that puts an entirely different perspective on that entire thing. It's sort of like, you know, like when Bill Clinton, right, had the affair with Monica Lewinsky. It's like he was seen as this great guy, and all of a sudden he'd had this kind of sordid affair, and it really, you know, changed the way people thought about, you know, that political institution and how people are elected, and, you know, what's reality and what's not reality. So it's this whole like paradigm shift of, you know, what you thought was your you know, what you thought was true suddenly being completely up in the air. So it's not like it's I've been getting that film through a lot with Jim Carrey. It's funny, I'm hearing Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, which is not what I was going for. But again, you know, that film does deal with this kind of like distortion of reality or distortion of memory. The Truman Show. So it's not like the Truman Show, or what's that one that Libra had, where it's like waking up and realizing you were like an NPC in a computer game. It's not that reality isn't reality. It's that your perception of what you're experiencing has shifted. I'm saying you, right? I don't know who this is for, but the perception of reality has shifted in a way that what you thought was solid ground is no longer solid ground. And really having almost like a midlife crisis, or like a huge it feels quite liberating, actually. It feels like, oh my God, I don't have to play that game anymore. I'm free, because I don't know, maybe that thing that I was buying into like doesn't any longer have any control over me. So it does feel liberating. I don't know if this is a collective energy, and I've really felt like yesterday I felt so out of touch with reality all day. That was when Scorpio had their reading. I felt really kind of like freakishly disconnected, and I hadn't had enough sleep as well, and that was a contributing factor. But this real sense of like reality distortion, and yeah, so there's definitely a message coming through for somebody. Yeah, it's like question everything, you know, almost like that thing about like, oh, you know, the conspiracy theories and how it's proven that you know, because they're releasing documents now. I can't remember which reading I talk about this in as well, but like they release documents you know, on things where, you know, you had the conspiracy theorists in like the 50s to the 70s saying, you know, this is happening, this is what your government's doing, and the government were like, no, these people are crazy. And actually it's proven now that they put out propaganda against these groups to make them look crazy, so that people didn't know the truth of what they were actually doing. And now like the you know, because of those laws that say they have to release the documents are coming to light, and it's like, yeah, we did do that, we did like say those people crazy when they were actually spot on. You know, like all the X-Files stuff, if you go and watch the X-Files, it's like a lot of the stuff that was in that is now actually like, yeah, that's legit, that's an actual thing that happened. So it's this thing about perception shifting and reality shifting. So I'm going to put a link in the description box down below about a video, and it's so funny because I was already getting these messages and then this video popped up on my timeline. It's by the Arsha Bodha Center. I think I've only ever watched one of their videos once before, but it's kind of like a Buddhist philosophy video channel from what I can gather. And the title is "If the World is an Illusion, Why Does It Seem So Real?" And oh my goodness, it's like the stuff that they talk about, again, it's like quite philosophical, but it's like, so this is solid, is it? I mean, go and watch the video. I don't want to kind of discuss it all here, but it's like, you know, my hand's solid, the table's solid, but is it? And like the scientific stuff that they talk about, it's like, oh my God, yeah, my conception of what reality is totally being like blown away now. So there's that. And then a cup by any other name is still a cup, form, function, word, your reality with your, yeah, so that's all that. So I think I've got through all the intuitive messages now. Something keeps trying to come into my mind, which I'm not quite getting, but it may come into focus. This thing about perception and focus seems to be a thing. Right, okay, so that's all the intuitive messages. I know I sound like absolutely tinfoil hat batshit crazy right now, but this is why I have to do the video, because now that it's out, it will be out of my head and I can just get on with my day and be a normal human being to the extent that I'm able to do that. So, right. So, part 2 of the reading. I'm not necessarily going to do the star signs now, because I think people are starting to just watch their star sign a little bit, and we're not one star sign, we're you know, 12 houses, all the different planets move around those 12 houses, you know, we've got different placements in, you know, different planet placements through our entire birth chart. So just watching Aries and expecting a collective message for Aries to fit you every time is not going to be it. And I am getting this almost like again, with like this thing about vision and perception, it's almost like instead of having this big collective message, it's like my perception or my vision is getting more laser focused. It's like narrow it. That's kind of the message that I'm getting, like narrow it down, make it specific. So I'm going to allow my guides to choose a person and pick a specific individual personalized message for somebody. And I hope that they eventually watch this video, which I believe they will, because I believe that my guides and their guides will cooperate to get them to watch the video somehow. And, the video will find the person it's meant for. So I'm not worried about how many views it gets. Specific personalized message for somebody, and that's that. So I'm going to just quickly pause, take a deep breath, regather myself, kind of let the intuitive messages go and let the new messages open up. Okay, so you may have noticed the camera change there. I'm using a different phone to record this section of the reading, because even though I charged my phone for like a couple of hours this morning, it was still at 5% battery. So I don't know, maybe somebody's battery is getting low, maybe somebody's feeling really drained right now. It's probably a message for somebody. Okay, so when I plugged in my phone back into my computer, it was 12:34 on the timestamp when I loaded up my computer. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that tells me that there is progress in a situation. From the songs that you've got, I'm going to leave your advice song towards the end of the reading, but from the songs that I've got, I am picking up this similar energy to the intuitive messages, where it's like letting go of a relationship, but kind of wanting to let go of a relationship but not really being able to. So the song that came through was Selfish by Madison Beer. Madison could mean something. Maybe somebody has been to Madison Avenue or something. It could be somebody's name. Beer, maybe somebody drinks a lot of beer. Those names could mean something to you or not. But yeah, selfish. I guess somebody thinks somebody's selfish. Go and have a look at the lyrics to that song, see if it stands out to you. She does mention Geminis in that song, so maybe somebody could be a Gemini or have Gemini placement. It could be you, it could be a person. It does feel a little bit like we've got some kind of like relationship or romance reading. I'm going to get you some letters. Now these may be your initials, your person's initials. It may kind of like prompt something in your brain to make you think this is my reading. If not, don't worry, we'll keep getting a few more messages. We'll see what we get. So, excuse me. How will this person know that the reading is for them? So it's a personal reading for one specific person. I don't know who. How will this person know that the reading is for them, please? Really trusting my guides on this one. Oh. Somebody's throat chakra is definitely playing up. Could have something to say, but really, really like finding it hard to say something. Like maybe getting it off the chest. Maybe somebody has actually have like, excuse me, like a chest infection or something. So again, like you'll know or you won't know if this is your reading. Okay, I don't know. You've got doubles there. Double letters could mean something to somebody. Let's move those up. I'm going to get some words. Again, random words could like prompt a memory or make you think, oh my goodness, yes, this is my reading. If not, just leave it. ER as well. Somebody could have been to the ER. Somebody could really like the show ER. Dr. Green, I'm hearing. Choice. Somebody has a choice. Hearing choice words. Whatever you get from it though. Sonnet. Maybe somebody's picking a poem, picking a sonnet to explain how they feel. I'm hearing, is it Petra-chan? I know the word, but I'm not very good at saying it. Petra-chan. It's like not Shakespeare's sonnets. It's the other kind of sonnet. Petra-chan, Petra-chan, tell. Winter. Anything else so this person knows that it's their reading? How does this person know it's their reading, please? Can we get a signifier so this person knows the reading's theirs? Sleep. Okay. It'll either mean something or it won't. You don't have to tell me if it's your reading. You can keep it completely personal. I prefer it actually when I don't know who the reading's for. When I start to actually get people I know in the readings, when I start to think, oh, I can see how this applies to that person, it makes me a little bit uncomfortable because it's like I'm prying into somebody's private life, right? And I don't want to put my own personal opinions into it. So when I don't know whose reading it is, and literally I have no idea who I'm reading for right now, like it's easier for me as a reader because I can trust that the messages that are coming in are kind of like pure, unfiltered messages. And it's, like, I don't know, it's just easier for me when I do it this way. But again, it wants it to be a personal message. So you don't have to tell me if it's your message. So who is this reading for? Who is this reading for? So I'm using the movie tarot. I use this deck a lot. I'm using the Major Arcana and the Court cards because it actually has characters and actors from movies. And I find a lot of the time people find it quite relatable because maybe they've watched the movie recently, or they've watched a movie with this actor in. They may really like this actor. They may, you know, get compared to this actor a lot, like, hey, you look like blah blah, or you know, maybe they really admire them and they want to be more like them. So it normally is quite good at helping people figure out who's who. So this is who is this reading for, right? So drum roll. I feel like I need to do a drum roll. The Hermit, and that is Meryl Streep in is she not like Africa or something? Is it out of Africa? Let me just grab the book. Don't know. I haven't seen the movie that this is from, I don't believe. That's not the right book. What have I done with it? Hello? Okay, maybe I can't grab the book. What have I done? There it is. That's because I did put the lid back on. So, the Hermit, this person could be a Virgo or have Virgo placements. The person who I'm reading for may be called Meryl, may be called Streep, may look like Meryl Streep, it may be the favourite actress, but like this is how this person knows it's their reading, right? So Meryl Streep as Karen Blixen in Out of Africa, the seeker, sage, wisdom and inspiration from above or within, vigilance, fear, withdrawal, contemplation, discretion, safety, precaution, seeking truth and justice, spiritual quest, understanding, self-denial and timidity. The Hermit temporarily lets go of everyday material concerns and seeks higher guidance. Allow the light within you to grow purposefully and trust in your innermost truth. Karen Blixen reflects on her lover's desire to live in the moment. Perhaps he knew, as I did not, that the earth was made round, so that we would not see too far down the road. A life lesson, withdrawal, especially for spiritual reflection, can be the better way forward. So somebody, again, it could be somebody who's in this kind of hermit energy where it's like, I need to withdraw from the world, I need to be in my own space, I need to just be by myself and have time to think, have time to reflect, have time to do some deep soul searching right now, and really kind of figure things out. So there you go. So hopefully by this point, if it is your reading, you know that it's your reading. Let's see. So I am going to do something like a Celtic cross. I kind of know already. Oh, I kind of already know kind of the questions that I'm going to ask and the placements and things. So just kind of roll with it. I'll explain each placement as I pull it. So this is the topic. So what's going on for this person? What's the main point, the headline for this person? Nine of Wands. So this is really like, does feel a little bit like a pilgrimage, right? The Hermit and the Nine of Wands. So this person's on a bit of a spiritual quest, I want to say, at the moment. They're fighting some kind of battle. They may actually be fighting a physical battle, so a battle of health or something. They may feel very worn out at the moment, again with that thing about the battery being drained. Very tired. It feels like life is an uphill struggle. Feels like they're carrying a lot of weight, a lot of burdens, a lot of responsibility, but they are trying to get somewhere. The Nine of Wands is what I call the wounded warrior, which means the person's experiencing something in their life where, you know, they keep falling to the knees, they keep tripping up, they keep falling down, but they pick themselves up, they dust themselves off, and they keep going. It's a card about perseverance. It's one of my favorite cards in the deck because even though it tells me that somebody's having a tough time, it's teaching them resilience, it's teaching them perseverance, and the person who's experiencing this is incredibly strong. In the reverse, it's like somebody's giving up. This person is not giving up. This is in the upright. They are resilient. So good to see it. What is the obstacle, please? What is the problem? What is the obstacle here? What is the problem? What's the obstacle? Secretive energy. Yes. There's a tower there as well on the underlying. The problem is, it could be the problem is having faith in your own intuition. Again, this person is following some kind of inner guidance here. This is somebody who's gone within, heard the voice within. They know what their inner truth is. They're on this kind of spiritual quest, it feels. I have two cards about spirituality here, bordering this Nine of Wands. Whatever that means to this person, right? Spirituality can mean many different things. But yeah, this is quite a quiet, quite a closed, quite a secretive energy. The Hermit, again, like takes himself away. They go within, they stay quiet. The High Priestess, they know things, they feel things, they have a really strong intuition. They don't necessarily speak. They don't necessarily tell people or open up. So the obstacle here could be, again, with my throat chakra really acting up at the beginning of the reading, it could be somebody's really struggling to find their voice, to say what they need, to speak about what they know. Yeah, so the obstacle is something to do with the High Priestess energy. If this person is dealing with another person, the High Priestess would be possibly a Scorpio, or somebody who has that kind of like seer, or you know, somebody like me, somebody doing tarot card readings. It could be that kind of energy. But this person's showing as an obstacle. So how did this person get to this place? How did this person find themselves in this situation? What led up to this? What is the past, please? What is the past, please? King of Swords, another card about not speaking. Well, the King of Swords, he can speak and he can take action, but he's very strategic. He's not the sort of person to just babble away like I do. He's kind of like, I will speak when it's necessary. If it's important for somebody to know this, I will tell them. Otherwise, you know, it's a needs to know basis. So it's quite tacit. Is that the word? This person's quite tacit. This person could actually work in communications, or it could be a doctor. It could be, yeah, it's kind of got quite a kind of clinical energy to it. It's Aquarian energy. Very logical, very analytical. So somebody, he has got the sword raised, which tells me that there was something spoken or there was something said. But again, it's quite, it's like cold hard facts, quite clinical, needs to know basis, logical. Yeah, so somebody had a clear thought, somebody had some, you know, was given some information. It was quite, this is the way it is. There's definitely something about the throat chakra, about, it's almost like whispering again, like maybe something to do with like the throat or the voice and whispering, or something about that, because again, there's very secretive energy. It's almost like he's speaking into the wind, and then it's like the wind's whipping around this person, right? It's like something to do with, like, do you see like the lines around him, the wind or the water around him, and then like these kind of, like her clothes kind of being whipped up. There's something about that. Again, like the secrets. Internalized, secretive energy. Clinical, like cold hard facts. So where the person that I'm reading for, so the specific individual I'm reading for, what's their hope and wish for this situation? Where do they want this to go? What's the hope here? Justice in reverse. It's strange because the Justice card in the upright would actually make a lot of sense to me. So the Justice card in the upright would be, this person wants a fair outcome to a situation. They could want to take something to court. They could want to like have some kind of something locked down in some kind of legal contract. Justice card in reverse, it could be that this person wants to get out of some kind of contract. Now, it could be a legal contract, a work contract, a situational contract, mortgage, marriage. I may clarify that towards the end of the reading. But yeah, there's something where whoever I'm reading for, they feels like trying to get out of a contract. It could be a karmic contract. It's almost like wanting something to be unfair, wanting something to be unequal, wanting something to be, a bond to be broken. I'll have to clarify that one, I think. Unless it makes sense when I pull more cards. So if I just kind of move these over a little bit. So what is this person's strength? So the person I'm reading for, the individual I'm reading for, what is their strength? What is their strength? Thank you. Four of Wands. Something about secure foundations, or yeah, this is my 10 pegs card, so it can talk about celebrations, events, milestones, but really because it's coming through as a strength, it's like your strength is your solidity, right? Your strength is, or this person's strength is their solidity. It's like their home is their strength, their family is their strength, their marriage is their strength, their, you know, their secure foundations, or their ability to create secure foundations, like, you know, like a stable home environment, or a place where people feel safe. Like the stability is kind of this person's strong point. Kind of giving me almost like NDA energy, right? It's like this person's struggling. The Nine of Wands right in the center of the reading is like this person is struggling here. You know, they may, the strength is like whatever this stability is, but there's some kind of, it could be like some kind of internalized struggle. And again, with the kind of, this can be like lawyers' contracts. It's quite a, again, quite a clinical energy. And the Justice card as well being like in the reverse again, like being contracts, and the High Priestess being like secretive, needs to know. It feels very, I mean, this person's surrounded by this energy of like, it's almost like trying to use their intuition to navigate a situation where things aren't being said, or there's things being hidden, and like the only way like that they can see to get out of this situation is to break some kind of contract. That's how this appears to me at this point in the reading. So what is hidden from the person I'm reading for, the individual I'm reading for? What is hidden from them? What do they not know? Okay, so if you are the person that this reading is for, you don't know. There's somebody around you is experiencing a lot of heartache right now, a lot of pain, emotional pain, a lot of emotional distress. Regarding a Page of Wands character. Now, the Page of Wands could be a child. It could be a fire sign. It doesn't have to be either of those things. But the Page of Wands is somebody who is really enthusiastic, really bold, really eager to learn something new, to have an adventure. It's somebody who just wants to like get out and have fun, to play, to experiment, to find out what motivates them, find out what lights them up inside. It's a new energy. It's an energy of discovery and excitement and spontaneity, and kind of like a teenager running out into the world and kind of thinking, oh, I've got this independence now, look at what can I try? But there's heartbreak attached to this, and this person doesn't know. This is in the blind spot. So it could be that a Page of Wands is carrying some heartache, or someone has some heartache about a Page of Wands. And that's unknown, that's in the blind spot. Whales could be significant. When I did my practice reading, a whale came out as the advice card. It also came out for one of the signs, I think it was Scorpio. And this is Scorpio here as well. We have Scorpio, Libra, Aquarius, Virgo, fire sign, kind of Aries, Sagittarius, could be Leo as well. So they're the general signs if anyone wants to hear them. But again, it's more about the energy of the energy of the cards and the meaning of the reading and whether that resonates for you or not. So if the signs don't fit, just ignore that. Again, we have like lots of different placements, so it just confuses people if people don't know all the placements and how each placement kind of factors into the whole equation. So what's the biggest fear? The person I'm reading for, what's their biggest fear, please? Four of Swords. I mean, this gives me like Snow White energy. The biggest fear, something, I mean, the Four of Swords is normally something about healing. It does have kind of coffin energy again, like Snow White in the glass coffin. Could be something about not being able to touch, like seen and not touched. Just something about like all the white animals as well, like the purity. Something about this polar bear having a reflection in the glass, that seems to be standing out to me. The Four of Swords, it's a card about healing. It's about, you know, taking time to heal, taking time to, taking the time you need to overcome something. And this person's looking really, really exhausted here. And again, they could be like having an actual health battle with the Nine of Wands, because the Nine of Wands is physical. If it was the Nine of Swords, it could be like mental health, but the Nine of Wands is more of like physical exhaustion, physical perseverance. And then this could be, I mean, it's not, I'm going to say it's not like a fear of death, because then the death card would come out. That would make more sense. It seems to be more of a fear around maybe their own isolation, because with the Hermit here, it's like their own isolation, their own ability to connect with others, or something about people, could be about being viewed as they heal, like something about them being isolated, being kind of frozen, but people watching them heal, something like that. As they recover, because again, this is exhaustion. This is like, I need some time to myself. This is like taking that time to yourself to recover. But there's fear around it. Fear about taking a time out. Because again, it's like, they're so exhausted. They're so tired of this situation. But yeah, why would you have, like, if that's what your body needs, right? So again, this is a very, I could be reading for a Virgo, because this is quite a Virgo thing, and I do see it in the Virgos around me. This kind of like, I've got commitments here, I've got commitments to work, I've got commitments to other people. I can't let people down, I can't let myself down. I really want to achieve what I'm, you know, I want to do the jobs that I've said I'll do. I want to achieve the things I've said I'll achieve. So Virgos do have this tendency, again, depending on the full chart, to take a lot of responsibility and burdens and kind of pile them up on their own shoulders. It's like, well, if I don't do it, nobody's going to do it, that kind of energy. And with this card is really telling me somebody needs to rest. Like, there's recovery that needs to happen here. There is, you know, rest that needs to happen here. And maybe somebody's not speaking, and maybe somebody's not communicating what they actually need. It could be actually they've got some kind of medical issue, you know, and they should rest, right? A doctor's told them, you are dealing with stress, you need to rest. But it's like, but if I take a time out, is this project going to get done? If I take a time out, is this going to be completed? And yet what they're wanting is this breaking of a contract. It's like, I want to get out of this. So it could be somebody's committed to some kind of work commitment, perhaps. It could be other things, but perhaps some kind of work commitment. And it's like, I have to see this through to the finish. But they want to break out the contract. But they're scared of having time off. They're scared of vocalizing the fact that they need to have a rest and they need to have a break. Could be something like that. I've forgotten what I was going to do. There's another placement here. What was I going to do? The expected outcome, right? So the expected outcome, if nothing changes and this person keeps following the same route, what is the projected outcome, please? Ten of Pentacles. So this feels like the reason why this person is so committed to, I'm hearing long haul, to doing something. They're trying to build that secure foundation, which is actually their strength, right? They're trying to build the Ten of Pentacles. Now, like, this is a beautiful card, right? So the Ten of Pentacles, having that strong, secure foundation, having a legacy, having people around you, right? Your family, your grandparents, your children, your parents, your cousins, you know, having enough money to put food on the table, having enough money to have, like, you know, a nice home, a comfortable home, having enough money to feed everybody and, you know, look after everybody and their needs. So it does feel like this person, again, Virgo energy, like, again, could be like Virgo in the chart, like Mars Virgo, like this person wants to put bread on the table. They want to put food on the table because, again, very Virgo, like they have that kind of, that need to nurture the people they love, the need to nurture the people around them. But I think there's a big warning here about, if you're feeling very physically drained, you know, you may need to rest, right? And it's like, this is your fear, but you may need to do it. But it's almost like, I'm getting this like till the battle's won energy. Like, I will not rest until my battle's won. I will not rest until I've got this amount of money. I will not rest until I have finished this project. I will not rest until I have, you know, I have this situation that I want. It could be some kind of event, like until after Thanksgiving. But I'm not seeing very much about time. It doesn't seem to be a timing factor, because I'm not seeing like the Seven of Pentacles or like the Knight of Pentacles. It seems more to be like this person's got some kind of specific goal or specific achievement in mind that they're linking to their foundations, their stability, their sense of security, and not just for themselves, but possibly be for like children involved. So it's like no rest until my work's done is really the energy coming through there. So I understand this person's motivation, I think. And I'm concerned because of these cards about needing a rest and not wanting to take a rest, and the physical health not being great. There could be something, and I'm going to say what I'm getting, even though, again, the death card is not here. There could be something in someone's mind about, I only have so much time and I want to make sure I leave money for my children. So it could be a grandparent. I want to make sure I've paid off the mortgage. I want to make sure I've paid off the mortgage because this is my strength, right? My house is my strength. I want to pay off the mortgage. Then my kids, my grandkids, you know, my wife, whoever, they don't have to worry about money. It's got this real this is the benchmark, this is the thing I need to achieve here energy to it, and I'm gonna keep going until I'm done, right? Like I'm gonna keep going until this achievement's made. Who can help this person? Who is available to help this person? You've got Goddess Lakshmi. So this may remind you of someone. She reminds me of the girl off New Girl, right? Cece off New Girl. So this is representing kind of like an angel on earth for you at the moment. So it's somebody around you who is embodying this energy. Or it could be that perhaps you are raised in a specific culture and you do actually pray to the Goddess Lakshmi, in which case that's what it means. You know, pray to that goddess for help. The way I'm interpreting it in this reading, but take it as it resonates for you, is that this is representing somebody who can help you, who you know, right? Somebody in you, could be a boss, it could be a colleague, it could be a family member, but this is like somebody who's around you who embodies this energy. So prosperity, beauty, and fortune. She is holding this lotus flower that's really, really standing out to me. Quite a lot there. So this person can help you. I'm just going to move those side by side so you can kind of see everything. Let's have a quick read of like what this energy means, just so you can kind of identify who this is. Okay. Goddess Lakshmi is the Hindu goddess of prosperity, fortune, and beauty. She is respected and revered in the Buddhist and Jain paths. Sorry, that's Jain, as well as in New Age and other spiritual belief systems. Lakshmi is the goddess of wealth and can be, well, this person's definitely got money on the mind, or not necessarily money, but like physical well-being. And obviously money and wealth is connected to physical well-being. To a certain extent, right? You don't necessarily need to have a Lamborghini to feel secure. In fact, I would probably feel not entirely secure in a Lamborghini. I'd probably feel like I was about to die in a Lamborghini, as much as I love them. I think I'd feel more secure in like my granddad's old Volvo, you know. So again, wealth to me is like the biggest trick, right? It's the biggest lie, it's the biggest fallacy, because I think like we're sold a lie in regards to money, to be honest. Going back to that reality falling apart thing. But she's respected and revered in these paths, because she's the goddess of wealth and can be called upon for issues relating to money, finances, abundance, and material wealth, connecting you to the energy of prosperity consciousness. Lakshmi shows you that money is energy. Exactly, money is energy, and that true wealth and abundance is not about how much money you have in the bank. It's a feeling, an energy, a way of being. And I want to say, whoever this reading is for, you already have it. It's your strength already, right? The Four of Wands is already your strength. So you could be chasing something that you already have, which is kind of like what happened in my reading, but it was a completely different topic. So prosperity now, stay in gratitude for all you have, no matter how much. Use your wealth in ways that light up your heart and soul. Remember that prosperity is not a number, it's a state of being. Yeah, if it does have that feeling of somebody's like, I want to have this specific amount of money in my bank account before I can feel secure. But like they're already secure, right? So I don't know. Yeah, call on Lakshmi, so whoever this person is for you, with assistance with financial issues, needing money quickly, manifesting money, money spells, feeling abundant and prosperous no matter how much you have in the bank. That's the key one for me with my Capricorn Lilith. Feeling abundant and prosperous no matter how much you have in the bank, right? Seeing the richness of your own beauty, investments, inheritance, promotions and pay rises, bills and fines. Okay, cool. Should I get a clarifier on that Justice card in reverse? Explain to me the wish, Justice card in reverse. What is that? It's in reverse again. No, it's not. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, somebody kind of wants a new start. Again, it could be like getting out of a contract and starting again. So like getting out of some kind of mortgage agreement, taking, you know, what you can from it and having a fresh start. Getting out of one investment and putting the money into a new investment. The Ace of Pentacles, it is getting out of some kind of contract or legal situation and into something that's like a new investment. So yeah, that does make sense. I do feel like I was reading that kind of correctly. Can I get a clarifier on this Three of Swords in regard to the Page of Wands? Because this is in the blind spot. Three of Swords and the Page of Wands, please. Yeah, the cards are being a bit secretive here. I don't know if you can see the way that they're flipping and going back in. Would it be possible to help this person recognize who this person is or what this energy is in their blind spot? Is there a card that would like to come out of this deck to help this person recognize this energy that's in the blind spot? No. One last try. I might have to give up on that. That might be a mystery for you to go off and solve yourselves. Can I get a clarifier, please, to help this person understand the energy that's in their blind spot? You've got Gazelle, Mouse and Buffalo. Could it mean something to you? I'm gonna go. You could have fallen out with somebody. That's interesting energy coming out from that. Anything else, please? Can I get a clarifier to help this person understand their blind spot? What's going on in this person's blind spot, please? The raccoon. Yeah, there are things that are hidden. I think somebody's being secretive around you. They may not actually be revealing how much they're experiencing pain or loss or heartache in a situation. It is a bit sneaky. It could be something to do with thievery. Okay, that's in your blind spot though, so watch out for whatever that is. I'm seeing the octopus as well, which I was kind of already getting from this card, so that could be a clarifier for something for somebody, just because it looks kind of like that octopus there. Octopus is Capricorn energy for me as a reader. Okay, so the actual advice for this person. So if this is your reading, I feel like because I'm doing a personal reading, if this is your reading, it should be like ding 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 ding, like 100%, like this is for me. Yeah, this person, you know, like I'm, you know, this reader is exactly telling my story right now. If you're a bit I'm not sure, then I'm gonna say it's not your reading, right? So the person who is like ding ding ding, what's their advice, please? What's their advice? Please, can I get some advice for this person? Turkey Spirit. It's funny, I was talking about Thanksgiving, you know, with this, right? And then you've got Turkey Spirit. Turkey Spirit, give with gratitude and grace. Okay, where's the book for this? It would help if I was a bit tidier and a bit more organised. Whoever this reading is, even though it came out with the name Karen, which is my name, hi, I am a Karen. This is not my reading. I am not that committed. I'm lazy. This is not me. Okay, so if anyone was wondering, yeah, it's not me. Definitely not. I would be like, this is what I want. I want to go and rest. That'd be my reading. It's like, I don't care about this. Like, let me just like live in a tent somewhere and sleep. Okay, give with gratitude and grace. Turkey Spirit's message for you, for the person who this reading is for, is that you always have the potential for manifesting a rich reality. Again, we're getting the same message. For the turkey represents generosity and a celebration of abundance through giving to others, which I can see is like the outcome. This is actually where you're heading. So do feel like whoever this is, you're actually on the right path. You know, it's like you've got a game plan. You know what you have to do here. This person can help you. So again, I'd go and figure out who that is, because again, it could be like advice on investments, right? Or teaching you to be satisfied with what you have. So there's help from this person 100%. I want to say you don't have to do it alone. Again, one of the intuitive messages was You're Not Alone by Olive, right? And I do feel like there's this kind of like taking all the burdens on your own shoulders here. It may be that you'd be able to delegate if you kind of worked with this person. But yeah, the outcome, if you continue on this path, is actually that you're going to get this, which is one of the most positive cards in the deck. So I want to say you are on the right path. Just watch whatever this energy is, and actually, you know, allow yourself to have the time to rest, you know, to sleep properly, to nurture yourself, because you're not going to get to that finish line if you collapse. I that's a worry for me. But again, right, let's just read the book. Give freely without expectation, and you shall receive, for the manifestation of abundance is happening right now. Align it by sharing your good fortune with others, which I can see is actually the outcome. Whether you give money, loving guidance, the gift of listening, or kindness in any form, immerse yourself in the flow of generous abundance, being a channel for turkey spirit and the desire of spirit to see all beings experience the blessings of plenty. Let me read that one again. Immerse yourself in the flow of generous abundance, being a channel for turkey spirit and the desire of spirit to see all beings experience the blessing of plenty. So it's saying that everybody deserves this, right? Everybody deserves, like, you know, the basic of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, which is the secure foundation, right? You know, a secure and stable home, like feeling safe in your own home. It's funny that I had that message about not feeling safe in your own home, you know, with the person with the like in The Invisible Man and like the flower. Like, everybody should feel safe in their own home. Everybody should have that security and safety. You know, that foundation. It's really important for all the other kinds of spiritual development and personal growth that we have. Again, if you don't know what Maslow's hierarchy of needs is, just Google it. It's like a very famous thing. So yeah, I don't know. But it's like, this feels like the flow, right? You have to, that kind of like, you have to spend money to make money kind of thing, but it's more like, when you have a mindset of, this is like manifesting, if you want to look at how to manifest money. If you have a mindset of, I don't have enough, I have to work harder, you know, then you're actually telling the universe, you're manifesting it, I don't have enough. And the universe is like, right, okay, this person doesn't have enough, and they kind of reinforce that. When you say, when you're manifesting, when you say, I have enough, I'm grateful for the things that I have, I'm grateful for the food on my table, I'm grateful that I have money for, you know, I'm grateful that I have a roof over my head, I'm grateful that I have A, B, C, D. Like, the universe is like, this person has gratitude for what they have, you know, they feel so comfortable, they have security, and they reinforce it. It's like, what you think about, you bring about. How you perceive yourself is how you create your reality. So just be careful about that, okay? And again, like, go and just Google manifesting money, like, and the law of abundance as well. Give with gratitude and grace from a wellspring of love and compassion, knowing that Spirit will respond by giving you all that you need in this moment and all the moments to come. There you go, that's your advice. So your actual advice song, which I've already got for you, because again, I'm using my phone, I can't do it on my phone because I'm using it, is Dieci by Annalisa. So you could know somebody called Annalisa, you could know someone called Anna, you could know someone called Lisa, it could be this person who's here to help you. But it's interesting, you've got Dieci, which I believe is 10 or 10 times. But it ties in with that thing I was saying about a relationship where it's like 10 times, like 10 goodbyes, you know, like 10 last times. So they're giving me, don't turn around now because you're not welcome anymore. So it could be a legal separation, you know, something to do with money and having to rebuild those secure foundations for somebody. All right, so I hope that was helpful. Please do take care of yourselves. Go and approach this person who the universe is saying this person's around for help in some sort of way. Yeah, take care. I hope it was helpful to you. You do not have to let me know if this was your reading. If you want to keep that personal, absolutely do so. I hope, whether this was your reading or not, I hope you found it entertaining, and maybe you've got some tips from it as well. And I'm going to leave it there. Take care and best of luck. I will see you again soon. Bye, guys.